The Thunder Celestial Temple clearly knew that Wang Lin possessed the ability to kill Nirvana Scryer cultivators. So, why did they only send a single Thunder Celestial envoy, Lei Daozi, who was merely at the Yin Void realm, to handle this matter? And after Wang Lin lost Sanmo, his strongest bodyguard, how did he rely on his mid-stage ascendant cultivation to cross realms and kill this man? He had arrived. After Wang Ping learned from Wang Lin that he had actually been personally refined into a resentful infant by his own biological mother, he settled down with Qing Yi in a remote border town and began living an ordinary life. Just like that, 10 years passed. At that time, Wang Ping, who was a resentful infant, was nearing the end of his life. At the same time, trouble arrived. This trouble was related to the incident where Wang Lin had previously impersonated a Thunder Celestial envoy on Xian planet, which had now been discovered by the Thunder Celestial Temple. Lei Daozi, a Thunder Celestial envoy whose cultivation had reached the Yin Void realm, was ordered to go to Renegade planet to handle this matter. One had to know that within the Thunder Celestial Temple, Nirvana Scryer cultivators were everywhere. The reason Lei Daozi was sent was because of the Temple Master of the Thunder Celestial Temple, Leizi. Leizi originally came from the same place as Wang Lin, the Alliance Star Domain. Not only that, he was also an important member of the Cultivation Alliance. Back then, Leizi's Dao companion was coveted by the Great Elder of the Cultivation Alliance, Chong Xuanzi, because of her beauty and was forcibly taken away. Leizi then entered the All-Heaven Star Domain, and with the support of the third step great expert Lu Fuzi, he founded the Thunder Celestial Temple. From that point onward, he constantly accumulated power for the future invasion of the Alliance Star Domain. Leizi did not care about a person's background when employing people, as long as they were young and had potential, even if they were extremely wicked and vicious. They still had the possibility of becoming a Deputy Thunder Celestial Envoy. To put it simply, the current Leizi had given Wang Lin a chance to prove his own value. If Wang Lin could survive against Lei Daozi and kill him, then Leizi would not mind gradually turning Wang Lin into a small chess piece for his future attack on the Alliance Star Domain. However, Lei Daozi knew nothing about this. If he had known that Wang Lin had previously killed Huan Wu Qing, no matter what, he would have brought a few helpers with him. After arriving on Renegade planet, Lei Daozi originally did not discover any trace of Wang Lin. However, by chance he encountered Wang Ping. This unlucky fellow not only exposed the truth that Wang Ping's physical body had been condensed from sword qi, but he even set his sights on the Yin Void puppet guarding him, intending to scheme against him. Later, brother Wang Lin arrived just in time. Anyone who touched Wang Lin's reverse scale could never expect to leave easily. Not to mention, Lei Daozi had already discovered that Wang Lin was the one who had impersonated a Thunder Celestial envoy. Although Wang Lin's current cultivation was only at mid-stage ascendant and still had not reached late-stage ascendant, by coordinating with his puppet and the Zhan Luo art, he was already able to fight Lei Daozi to a standstill. After that, Wang Lin took out the 10 billion soul flag and condensed 3 late-stage ascendant souls, including the 4th soul. What made Lei Daozi's scalp go numb even more were the 2 strands of pure Nirvana sword qi inside Wang Ping's body. If Wang Lin used them, even if Lei Daozi did not die, he would be crippled for life. At this moment, Lei Daozi began begging Wang Lin for mercy. But, let's be honest, what were you doing earlier? When you tried to snatch Wang Ping's puppet, you were arrogant and proud. Now even if you admit defeat, your life and death are still uncertain. But what kind of person was Wang Lin? He did not want to fight Lei Daozi to mutual destruction, yet he also wanted to kill him. Thus Wang Lin proposed placing a slave seal on him and making him serve as his bodyguard for several hundred years. However, Wang Lin's true intention was to refine Lei Daozi into a puppet. And Lei Daozi, who did not have much scheming ability, indeed fell for the trap. He thought to himself, what was so terrifying about a mere slave seal? Once his strength slowly recovered in the future, breaking through it would be as easy as flipping his hand. Later, after Lei Daozi agreed, Wang Lin began refining him. However, because Lei Daozi was extremely unwilling in his heart, Wang Lin ultimately failed to refine him into an immortal guard puppet. In other words, Lei Daozi was directly refined into nothing by Wang Lin. As for Wang Ping, after learning the full truth from Wang Lin, the obsession in his heart disappeared. At the same time, his lifespan had reached its end. Once his resentment completely vanished, Wang Lin placed him into the heaven-defying bead. As for Qing Yi, after spending so many quiet years by Wang Ping's side, the feelings in her heart had long since taken root. To others, Wang Ping might have been nothing more than a pitiful, resentful infant, a tragic existence born from hatred and refined by his own mother. But to Qing Yi, he was no monster, no curse, and no burden. He was the person who had accompanied her through the most ordinary, peaceful, and unforgettable years of her life. Those 10 years in the small border town had no dazzling treasures, no earth-shaking battles, and no grand immortal destiny. There were only simple days, quiet nights, and two lonely souls leaning on each other for warmth. And because of that, when everything came to an end, Qing Yi did not choose to leave. She could have returned to her original path. She could have continued living as a noble crown princess enjoying wealth status, and a carefree life envied by countless people. But to her, none of that mattered anymore. The Wang Ping she cared about was gone. The ordinary life she cherished had ended. Even if she returned to the mortal world, her heart would forever remain in that small town, beside the man who had already disappeared. So in the end, Qing Yi made her own choice. She gave up her life willingly, turning herself into a soul just so she could stay by Wang Ping's side forever. It was not a grand vow. It was not a heaven-shaking declaration of love. It was simply her final answer. Since she had accompanied him in life, she would accompany him in death as well. With Wang Ping's resentment finally dispersed and Qing Yi's soul choosing to remain with him, this chapter of Wang Lin's mortal life quietly reached its end. His second transformation into a mortal had not brought him greater power on the surface, nor had it given him some shocking divine ability, but it had allowed him to experience another kind of karma, another kind of pain, and another kind of farewell. And after burying this piece of the past deep within his heart, Wang Lin once again stepped onto the path of cultivation. Next, he would go after the Moon Devourer's bone, and at the same time, Tan Lang, the famous little treasure delivery expert, would travel from afar with the intention of capturing Wang Lin. Unfortunately for him, every time someone came looking for Wang Lin with greed in their heart, they usually ended up delivering treasures straight into Wang Lin's hands.